Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A very funny and interesting article here coming from Associated Press, and it talks about Burkina Faso, obviously in Africa. They talk about the French troops that were kicked out, and supposedly the Wagner group is going to be invited in. Now let me read you the title, and then I'm going to tell you what I find ironically funny about this. So here we have Associated Press, right? And it's from today, the 7th of April 2023. After Burkina Faso oust French, Russia's Wagner may arrive. Now let me tell you what I find funny about it. I don't know if it happened to you or not. I know cases, and it goes like this. I know it's not going to be really funny, but I think it's funny to me. Sometimes when someone, divorces his wife, and then the wife becomes, let's say, a lesbian. Now, nothing wrong with that. She can become whatever she wants. The problem is the guy is like, was I so bad that she became a lesbian? Doesn't want to have men anymore? So this is kind of like here. The French are kicked out, and instead they bring Wagner group. Wow, how bad were the French if this guy is going to get the Wagner group in? Can you imagine that one? So the woman became a lesbian after she had him. All right, well, obviously that's not the only option, but that's the way sometimes I look at it. And I found many things like this, like they divorced or she divorced him, and all of a sudden she gets, like, oh my God, that's okay, man. How bad were you, man? The same here. How bad the French were that now Wagner group is in. Unless Burkina Faso, the people over there are dumb. Are they? I don't think so. And you wouldn't dare saying that. But somehow probably the Russians grabbed the Burkina Faso and said, "You're mine, you're my father, I'm your father." Is that what? You're my father, I'm your father. All right, let's go to this article here. Celebration. Okay. Oh my God. Burkina Faso. Just weeks after Burkina Faso's junta ousted hundreds of French troops, signs appears that West African country could be moving closer to Russia, including the mercenary outfit, the Wagner Group. Hey, that's a private military company. What are you talking about? One signal was Burkina Faso authorities requested in February nearly $30 million in gold from its mines to be handed over for public necessity. Well, Burkina Faso, good for you. They should be your mines. Use that gold. It's unclear what the gold was used for, but some suspect the gold could be used to hire mercenaries from the Wagner Group that allegedly is enriched in other troubled African countries like Mali and Central African Republic. Really? This, you can say this and then claim that you're not a racist. I mean, do you think that they're dumb or something? Or maybe you caused so much pain, like that guy who she divorced, and now she goes, jumps the fence on the other side. And I'm quoting, "It might be a coincidence that the Burkinabe demanded the purchase of the gold right after they kicked out the French and started moving closer to the Russians," end quote, said William Linder, a retired CIA officer and head of blah, 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 I don't care. All right? And I knew this will come. And I'm quoting, "Still, it strikes fear among investors," we don't care about investors, they can do it on their own, "that the state will renege on existing agreements and disadvantage established industrial mines to pay for Russian military contractors." Well, maybe not. And if they need the money to pay for these guys, how did they pay for the French? How did they pay for the French? Or the French were just good and say, "Vive la France, we're just gonna help you, mon ami." Is that what it was? Is that what it was? So they claim, well, these guys get the gold and give it to the Russians, to the mercenaries. But before, how did they pay for it? Again, what did the French take or get out of it? Nothing? Just... And if they did that, then how about the French people? nation, the French nation, the ones that if Napoleon were to walk right now would recognize each and every one. How about that? They paid, someone paid for those troops. It's either the French or the Burkina Faso people, or both. And now, oh my God, they got the gold and give it to the Russians, not to us anymore. I think that's kind of like, adieu, mon ami. Jesus Christ. Anyway, how bad were the French that these guys are going to hire the mercenaries? Worse than mercenaries. So, anyway, you know what I mean. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth. Hey, for the people in Burkina Faso, for the people in Africa, and all over this planet, nations, try to be your own nation. Do not depend on others as much as you can. Do not. There's no friends. No friends. You do it on your own, through your own power. Better, how should I put it? Not as wealthy or rich, but free, than wealthy and in cage and shackled. Okay? Choose that one. Maybe you didn't have wealth, but believe me, once you have it with the help of these guys, you're gonna be shackled. Yeah, you're gonna eat better food that looks like food. I mean, not better food, more. Something that looks like food, smells like food, tastes like food, but you don't even know if that's food. You say, oh my God, I'm doing well. And I'm gonna be able to drive this car. I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. But you're gonna be a shackled nation. With IMF, with the World Bank, once they get you, you're done. Now, it's easy for me to say that, being here and so on, but I'm just trying to warn you. The same I said to my fellow Romanians, where I come from. No, man, no, don't get those. Why do we need Europe? They all say, we need the Europe. Hey, everybody suck now because we need the European investments. No, 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 do it on your own. Be independent. And then, once you can do it, they will come as an equal. Don't be beggars. Romanians were beggars. Look where they're at. They're in the European Union. They're in NATO. Are they independent? I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, there are kind of euphemisms. NATO troops here defending us from the boogeyman Russia and whomever they want to point to. You know, they eat better now. They're fatter a little bit. You know, they have a better standard of living, but they're still not free or freer. They're less. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, my people, and be just. Don't give that them. Now, unfortunately, you're gonna get the mercenaries after the French. I don't think you should take either of these guys. I think you should be on your own, if you can. Thank you very much. See you.